Okay, so hello everyone. So since my diaversary is tomorrow, I decided to do a video filming me changing my pump. And so I'm going to show you how we do that. It's something that I have an omnipod pump. I have the box right here. So I'm gonna show you how I change my pump. Excuse my hair and everything, because like quarantine looks. Yeah, that happens. So I had a specific pod prepared for this. I'll show you in just a second. So this is a pod. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but it says diaversary 9 years because tomorrow, May 8th, 2020 is 9 years that I've lived with type 1 diabetes since I was 7. So, right now, my pod is on the side of my leg. So, I have to stop it using my PDM. This is what controls my pod. So, there it says it's beeping because it wants me to change it. So, I'm going to change right now. So, I'm going to stop it. Let's see. So, here, I don't know if you can see. Go to select change pod, put confirm, and then it is basically disabling my pod. Yep, it says that it's deactivated, so I press next and my pod's deactivated. So I'm going to stand up because my pod's on my leg, obviously. So here's my pod. It actually says music, quite cute. So I'm going to use alcohol and some cotton to take it out because since it's sticky, this kind of hurts, so this lessens the pain a bit. So I'm just gonna spread it around. There we go. And now I'm gonna peel it off. So this process is a tad bit painful, but it's not too bad. Think of it like taking off a band-aid, except like think of it taking up like 10 band-aids at the same time. That's what it is. So I am trying to, first I usually do the tape that's around it, and then I will peel the whole thing off. So that is what I am currently doing. It's kind of hard for me to see since it's always in my leg. It's not the most visible position, but you have to rotate it, otherwise you'll get scar tissue, which isn't exactly something good. So there it is. Took it off. So my leg's a bit red right now, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna wipe it with alcohol a bit. And I will leave it at that. Okay, I'm going to sit back down so I can show you guys the rest of my process. So, here's the pod. I don't know if you see, but there's a tiny needle right there. That is the needle that goes in me so that it gives me my insulin. And this is what it looks like. I painted this myself a few days ago. Now, I'm gonna open the package with my new pod. Gonna take it out. Take out everything that comes in here. And this is the insulin that I use. Let's see what does it say here. I use Humalog. So I'm gonna take this out. This is my life-saving insulin. Yeah. Then it comes with these two things. I will just screw this together because this is a needle. There you go, as you can see. So a suggestion that I got when I first started my pump, which was about, started in January, so it was like a little over 3 months ago. So at first you just draw and ran like air, like you draw in the amount of air that you'd put of insulin, if that makes sense. So I just drew some air. Here's the bottle. I push all that air in slowly, turn it over, and actually draw some insulin. So I'm going to draw insulin. Usually this only takes me 1 or 2 tries. It isn't very hard most of the time, especially if you put the air. It makes it a lot easier to draw insulin and like not get bubbles. So I'm gonna draw a bunch of insulin. It's not a very easy process since there's a lot of pressure in the container, so it's not always extremely easy to draw. So you can see there I am. I drew my insulin. Okay, now I push it up to, I usually get about 195 units, give or take. Okay, we're good. Put this down. I'm gonna flick it because if you flick it, you try to get all the bubbles out. It's best to have less possible bubbles because that affects insulin delivery and we don't want any problems with that. So I will actually tilt this lower. Oops, sorry. So here's my pod. I'm simply gonna put this in to this small space that's here. You can tell. And I'm gonna do this with one hand. Squeeze it. I suggest you do this slowly. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. Let me see. I just forgot to confirm on my PDM. Okay, we're all good. So I continue squeezing this in. The BB is saying that it has 80 units in, which is the minimum that a pump will hold. An interesting story that happened to me. The first time that I put on my pump, I thought that that beep meant that that was the maximum it could hold. So I only put 80 units in, which you're not supposed to do because that's not enough. But I didn't know that back then, so the first time I put on my pump, it only lasted a day and a half because I only had 80 units in, so that happened. And then here I can say that it already has all its insulin in, so I'll go to next. And wait a second, wants it to move closer to the pod. Okay. And now it is priming. So I'm just gonna leave that be. And usually right after I change my pump, I put baby oil in because I overheard from someone that helps your skin to heal because of the needle and like all the tape and stuff. If you guys have any suggestions as to things that you guys use, you can put that in the comments below. So I'm just gonna clean my thigh here. It's a bit red, which it's okay. It's a bit more red than I usually like it. But I don't think anything's wrong. I mean, I've never had allergic reactions to the adhesive, so that's a good thing. And It's already primed, so I'm gonna cover this. And let's see. So what it says is to break off that top that's here. So I will break this part off. That's plastic, and that is what guards the needle. So I'll just break it off. The first time I did this, I was kind of scared because it feels like you're gonna break the whole thing, but that doesn't actually happen, so gotten used to that. So I broke it off, making sure that everything looks good. And I'll just press next here. Now it says that I can attach it. So I'm gonna put this on my stomach, so I'm gonna stand for this again. So let's see. I'm going to peel the adhesive so I can put it on. That's what it looks like. It says diaversary 9 years, and I painted this, so I'm gonna put it right about here. So I'm just spreading out all the tape, making sure that's all spread out. Try to avoid as many folds as possible to make sure that it stays in. Okay, looks pretty great. So then I will press next, and I can press start to insert the needle. You'll usually hear some ticks and then it'll... Okay, so I don't know if you heard that, but it just went in. You could hear like a big click all of a sudden. It did kind of hurt. Some are more painful than others, but there we go. That's my new paw. So now I can have insulin delivering to me, to myself. So that's pretty great. I think I put it in a good location. Yep. And so now on my PDM, I would just say that it'll ask if the needle's inserted. I'm gonna say yes. And there we go. I'm back to my normal settings. So that's how I change my pod. And this is the first video that I've done. So you guys can put in the comments suggestions for oils or things that you use when you change your pods, or any other videos that you want me to make. And thank you for watching.